period. Oh, I don't have a period. Good. I grade some tests. All right, so um, some of you guys attend the SAT section yesterday. I do want you to come here. The reason why I want you to come here so I can kind of tell you. Can somebody answer the phone? Astrid, why are you afraid to answer the phone? Would you hang up and come back and pick up? No? Okay, don't worry about it. Thank you. All right, so for all the questions here is all just solving equations. So there are a couple questions that's a little bit more difficult. For example, this one is the difficult one. I think it's a secant. What's a secant something? Secant square x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now, isolating to this way is actually phenomenal. But for me, like, sometimes I don't think that fast. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you the slow way and let's show you Kaden's way. Is that okay? So slow way, it's gonna be just like you solving x squared minus 2 equal to 0. Just solve for x squared equal to 2. X is equal to plus minus square root 2, right? So the same thing is gonna be plus minus. This is gonna be 2. And secant of x equal to plus minus square root 2. Make sure you have plus minus. So this is the way I approach it. But I'm going to show you Kaden's way in a second. Okay, so this part, I get to this, and I say, oh, okay, well, secant of x. Well, I don't know what secant of x is, so I'm going to change to 1 over cosine of x equal to plus minus square root 2. And then I can, it's called cross multiply. So you can multiply both sides by cosine of x. That's equal to plus minus square root 2 cosine of x. And you divide it by both sides by square root 2. So that's going to be 1 over plus minus square root 2, which is, that can be rationalized, right? So it'd be square root 2 over square root 2. That's equal to square root 2 over 2. So that'd be cosine of x equal to plus minus square root 2 over 2, which is something that we know. Just convert to something that we know, and we can solve the equation. So I hear x equal to all the pi over 4s. And that's it, you're done. Now, I thought Kaden's way is pretty cool because he utilized the identity. So some people are smart, they think of different things, which is, I think, absolutely phenomenal. What is secant square of x is also equal to? Look up, what is secant square of x also equal to? 1 minus tangent, 1 minus or 1 plus, 1 minus? 1 minus? Is you sure? Okay. It's minus?
No, it's plus.
It's plus? So secant square of x is equal to what? Plus 1. Okay, so that would be tangent of x plus 1. Right? So then that would that be tangent square of x minus 1 equal to 0? And would that be tangent square of x equal to 1? And tangent of x equal to plus minus 1. Even better. Right? Even better because tangent of x equal to 1 is x equal to pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. Pretty easy. Anybody did this, right? Is that one person? And that one person, I really like that his thinking skill. Like, think it throughout different path. Not like saying like I prefer that path, but I like that different path. It's not always one way to solve equations. There's multiple ways to solve equations. And I like that. Anybody have a question? 69 or 67? Okay, what is the question? This is a great question. I always ask this question. Phenomenal question. The problem is sine and cosine are two different trick, right? So can I change one of them? Which one I want to change? Well, there's only one I can change. Which one I can change? Let's choose sine of x, cosine of x, right? I move the cosine x to the other side? No. You're gonna say, well, why can I do this? I can divide both sides by cosine of x. What's wrong with doing that? Your bus is late again. He didn't even come. Okay, what's wrong with dividing by cosine of x on both sides? Somebody say something? If you divide by cosine of x, you get rid of one or two answers. Never divide up to something. So, for example, I'll show you an example why math education failed you guys. Oh shit! Somebody erased it. So yesterday I gave a student in algebra 1. So I don't know. So this person was here. I give the same question to you guys. And what's the answer for the first one? -4, right? And the answer of here is 92 times 72 is 4. So this kid was asked in 3 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. This kid says, I want to take pre-calculus during the summer so I can take calculus. I said, no, wait for it. Take another year, build a foundation, because the first answer he got was -2 times -2 is equal to 4. That's the first answer he got. Okay, but this happened throughout 98% of the school. This is why math education failed you guys. Because nobody ever to tell you the right way. In the first day, I asked you guys the same questions. First day, only next 1 or 2 got it right. So now that you understand this, you understand this. Now, this is the third question asked, x equal to 0. What's wrong with this one? What did you do wrong here? Nobody can tell me? No one can tell me here. They did. Okay, so I interpret that you know at the end. Because the end, think it logically. Think about which number I can plug in. It's not because I don't like the answer. It's because people think it logically. So remember I told you before, this 3 tells you there's 3 different solutions. Fundamental theorem of algebra, Patrick Goff. He's the person that told you that he's a father of algebra. He says if there's a third, then there's 3 solutions. Sometimes can be imaginary, but sometimes they are. So x cannot just only equal to 0. So what he did is this. X cubed equal to x. He divided by x on both sides. He think in his head. Oh, he think about x equal to 0. So this is probably even better than this. So x squared equal to 1, x equal to 1. So that's one way. Or he didn't do that. He just plugged in a number. He just plugged in a number and says 0 is equal to 0. But the problem of this question is you get rid of 2 answers. But in trig, that you get over the answer sine of x, cosine of x equal to cosine of x. If you divide by cosine of x, you get at least 1 answer. Because now you got 2 sine of x equal to 0, and you got sine of x equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and pi, right? But if you do is 2 sine of x cosine of x minus cosine of x equal to 0. Always say greater than or equal to 0. We factor out cosine of x. Cosine of x is equal to 0. Happen at where? Pi over 2. 3 pi over 2, right? 2 sine of x minus 1 equal to 0. Sine of x is equal to 1 half. X is equal to what? Pi over 6 and set 5 pi over 6. You should get 4 solutions rather than 2. So if you divide something on both sides, you get rid of 2 answers. Never ever do that. So you guys want to still fail, that's fine. Even though you guys know those 2. I mean, you guys probably passed a big problem. But this is completely wrong. And that's to show you how math education fail you guys all the time. Nobody fakes it. And you gotta fix it. You have to be the one that fixes it. I cannot even fix for you because you gotta be the one that fixes it for yourself. So therefore, you're gonna have 2 sine of x cosine of x minus cosine of x equal to 0. And you factor out cosine of x. Cosine of x is equal to 0. 2 sine of x minus 1 equal to 0. X is equal to pi over 2. X is equal to 3 pi over 2. 2 sine of x equal to 1 half. X equal to pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6. Mariana, there's no point of me moving you next to Safa if you're not wanting to do the work. If you just copy down stuff right now, you're not learning. Absolutely not learning. Yes. Yeah, 5 pi over 6. You're right. Yeah.
Is there a way to tell how many solutions there are with trig?
No, unfortunately, because sometimes they only give you one answer. For example, sine of the. Actually, I'll do better. I will show you how to check your answers. Is that okay? So the proper way to check your answer, just using the SAT strategy I introduced you yesterday. In SAT strategy yesterday, we talked about how do we know the solution of this if I do it through decimals. How do I do it? Guys, how do I do this? Yes, some of you guys were here yesterday. What? Somebody say something. Subtract cosine of x. Thank you. You subtract cosine of x. So it'd be, what is it? 2 sine of 2x. Right? Minus cosine of x. And do not set equal to 0. Just leave it like that because you move the other side, you look for the zeros, and you're going to see solutions here. The solution between 0 to 12 pi is right here. Okay, I'm going to make a video about 2 questions right now for the next 10 minutes. You guys going to have to watch on the last question. This is the hardest questions. You guys have a, I'll give you some practice today, and you guys go through it, okay? Yeah, it should be. So this is called a multiple angle equation. Now what happened here is sine of 3x is equal, either you leave or you stay. If you want to leave, leave. Sine of 3x equal to 1 half, and then you got to figure out when does sine equal to 1 half. So therefore, it's 3x equal to pi over 6, and 3x equal to 5 pi over 6. Now, what happened is if you have a general solution, you're going to plus 2m pi here, plus 2m pi, plus 2m pi. And then you can divide both sides by 3, so that's going to be pi over 18 plus 2m pi over 3. And this is x equal to 5 pi over 6 plus 2m pi over 3. So this is called a general solutions. But then you can have n is equal to 1, 2, or 3. So in example, this is 3x. The way to tell those multiple answers is if you have 3x, you should get 6 answers. And then you have to do n equal to 0. So if I plug in n equal to 0 here, is x equal to pi over 18 plus 2 times 0 pi over 3. So that's equal to pi over 18. N equal to 0, basically this part is equal to 0. It's going to be 5 pi over 6. 5 pi over 18, sorry. This one's 18. This is 18. Plus 0. So then you're going to have solutions here, solutions here. You got 2 solutions. Your total should have 6. So then you're going to say n equal to 1, x equal to pi over 18, plus 2 times 1 pi over 3, because I'm using 1. So therefore, I'm going to multiply 6 over 6. That's equal to pi over 18 plus 12 pi over 18, which is equal to 13 pi over 18. N equal to 1 here is going to be x equal to 5 pi over 18 plus 2 times 1 pi over 3. Now I multiply 6 over 6, so it's going to be 5 pi over 18 plus 12 pi over 18. So that you know it's 17 pi over 18. Now it's 0 to 2 pi, so we're going to do one more. We only have 4 solutions. We're going to do another one. N equal to 2, so x equal to pi over 18. We realize that we're just adding, each time I'm adding 12 pi over 18. So that's going to be, we're adding, last time is 12 pi over 18. This time it's going to be 24 pi over 18, but we can do that. 2 times 2 pi over 3. So it's going to be pi over 18 plus 4 pi over 3 times 6 over 6, which is pi over 18 plus 24 pi over 18. That's equal to 25 pi over 18. And x equal to 5 pi over 18 plus 24 pi over 18. So that's equal to 29 pi over 18. So now you got 6 answers. You can check through decimals, say between 0 to pi. What are those answers by solving equal to 0? So just graph this. And you just graph this, look for the 0. Look for the x-intercept. And that's our first example. Second example I'm going to go through is tangent of 2x. Tangent of 2x is equal to 1. Write down before, I'm just recording a section. So 2x is equal to, well, when tangent equal to 1, they only happen at pi over 4. And 2x is equal to 5 pi over 4. Plus m pi. Why? Because this is the period for tangent. So x equal to pi over 8 plus m pi over 2. X equal to 5 pi over 8 plus m pi over 2. Now, I'm going to plug in n equal to 0. N equal to 0, x equal to pi over 8, and x equal to 5 pi over 8. N equal to 1, it's going to be pi over 8 plus pi over 2. 5 pi over 8 plus pi over 2. 4 over 4, that's going to give you 5 pi over 8. This is going to give you 9 pi over 8. So I got 1, 2, 3. But this is 2x, so you should get one more answer. So n equal to 2. Guys, quiet down. I'm trying to record a section. Thank you. So plus here, I'm going to plus pi. And 5 pi over 8 plus pi, because it's going to be 2m pi, so n equal to 2, so it's going to be pi. So therefore, it's 9 pi over 8, but it's repeating here, and that's going to be 13 pi over 8. So there are total 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. So you should take account into all 4. Okay, that'll be